I may be schizophrenic, but I'm not distorted all the time. And I think what's going on for me at the moment is, just through the little bit of digital media that I've looked at today, and being an errant parent, what I fear about technology, or those that program technology and then use it as a means as to which to varsitize other budding young technocrats. I believe it should be outlawed because it negates humanism. And I think that in reality, it's only those with autistic natures that will excel in those kinds of industries, and others that don't have that affliction, it will eventually decay their minds and their soul, so to speak. That's what I suspect anyway, because it's only been in the last 40 years that technology has begun to explode. Perhaps even only in the last 30 years. And yet you've got all these wonder-sized autocrats that believe that it's going to lead to, basically a wormhole opening up, and they're going to escape the fucking stresses of emotionalism. And it's basically just a form of avoidance and escapism, because the reality of having an emotional life is that you can experience feelings that are tedious, droll, mundane, and mundane. I get that with tinnitus. I have a certain degree of concussion syndrome, and I'm a damaged unit, so to speak. But I'm also aware of how preoccupied I became with trying to marshal these particular individuals into a production line, basically, or an assembly line, because of my need to want to feel like I was in control, and therefore astute. So I think a lot of humans can be guilty of trying to manage other people's lives, but to throw all of one's resources behind something that is farcical in nature, because it basically is just systemosis, where you become system modified or systemofied. And it's just to feel good. And as I mentioned, there would be those with autistic traits that are being Machiavellian. And I'm not sure of the word promulgate, but I think that means to register with esoteric objectivity as being at its root. Autistics may be somewhat docile in social situations, but in systemosis, they excel. And I think that's the issue with those autocratic nations. So prior to this post, and once again, I'm not sure of the word promulgate, it was just something that I heard used in a group conscious meeting one day when a guy was trying to practice a little bit of humility. But I think he was being somewhat vain and Machiavellian, because he could manipulate systems, systemosis, and get financial remuneration as a result of it. So those kind of habits are functionistic. And that's basically what I believe technology is trying to create, or those with autocratic tendencies, because they're trying to draw everyone into that particular systemosis of computation or computizing. So it's got to be managed, and I think in due course people will realise that. But learning to just utilise technology and rejoice in the emotional spectrum and embrace it of humanism. So before I set about recording this, there was a contrast in my thought broadcasting, where one effeminate thought delivery was it will kill them, and it reiterated that on 2 or 3 occasions. And then as I approached my room, the other thought was fucking kill them. you know, so I don't know whether my words have that much power, but you know, like Alanis Morris said, stop equating death with, don't equate a death with stopping, so to use the word kill, it could mean just killing someone's career. And, I don't have to associate fatalism with the word kill, because it may be disparaging to some, but there's an Aussie slang term that refers to having a kill as to masturbating. So whether this just gets pronounced as some errant child masturbating, trying to be an academic masturbator, I don't really know. But I don't depersonalize when I get debased, or I feel debased by some other intellectual's prowess. So they say ask a simple man, and there's my delivery. Ciao for now.